My name is Tyler Clift, and I want to welcome you to Missional Mondays, where we take 10 minutes or less to encourage and develop our hearts as missional believers. I want to thank you for joining us, and we will be going through the devotional resources entitled Sent. This has been developed and used by TrekX Missions Organization. A big thanks to their founder and president and my dear friend, Chris White, and their team as they trek, train, and launch missional believers throughout the world. To find out more about their mission and their organization, you can go to trekx.com.
Hi, I'm Hannah Grace. As we wrap up this week on worship and how it drives us to mission, I want to end with a warning. As someone who has gone on several trips to make disciples in other countries, there is a temptation that can creep its way into your heart when you're going on mission. When you're traveling to make disciples in other cultures, keep watch on your heart. It can be very tempting to believe that the work you are doing makes you a more elite disciple than those who maybe work a corporate job or for another company whose mission is not based in the gospel. This thinking swells our hearts with pride, and it gives us a false sense of where we are spiritually and where others are in their walk with the Lord. It causes a false shift in our thinking, and we view ourselves as missionaries. While everyone at home is a lesser level Christian, this is a sinful way of thinking. This way of thinking is warned against all throughout Scripture. In Psalm 51, 16 through 17, David wrote, "For you will not delight in sacrifice, or I would give it. You will not be pleased with a burnt offering. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit. A broken and contrite heart, O God, you will not despise." In Matthew 15:8, Jesus gives a very similar warning. He says, "The people honors me with their lips, but their heart is far from me." God is after our hearts. If we are not worshiping Him from the depths of our souls, then the work we do for Him is in vain. Doing good works from the motive to gain a higher standing or appear good before others is sin. The Pharisees, which were considered the religious elite of Jesus' day, were actually the ones that Jesus seemed to have the biggest issue with. They followed all the laws and even created extra laws so they wouldn't even get close to breaking a law. They held everyone to their standard and viewed themselves as morally superior to everyone else. And while they might have followed the laws, their hearts were hard and far from God. They did not worship Him from the depths of their soul. God does not call some to be missionaries and others to work regular jobs and go to church on Sundays. He calls everyone who follows Him to be disciple makers, whether you work a full 9-to-5 office job, go to school full-time, or work an international school overseas. If you are a follower of Jesus, you're called to be a disciple maker. When we try to make disciples without a heart surrendered to Jesus, our labor is in vain. Worship the Lord from the depth of your soul. Love Him with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. And as you abide in Him, He will begin to transform your heart. He will send you out to make disciples, whether it is to your coworkers at the restaurant you work at, the soccer team that you coach, the families that gather every evening in your cul-de-sac, or those who live in another country. Follower of Jesus, you are a disciple maker. Worship Him in everything you have. He will send you out.